lot in just one day from wanting to do it yesterday.
Well, I wish I could get that excited about nothing. Are you kidding? 873, Johnson, Maven, R. I'm somebody now. Millions of people look at this book every day. This is the kind of spontaneous publicity. Your name in print that makes people. I'm in print. Things are going to start happening to me now.
Okay, let's redo this so that the audience understands what we're getting at. All right. The new rankings are here. The new rankings are here.
Get that excited about nothing. Are you kidding?
Simmons. I'm somebody now. My name is in print. Simmons, Justin, R. Makes people.
I'm in print. Things are going to start happening to me now.
Yeah, does that remind you of this current ESPN bullshit? The new rankings are here. The new rankings are here. I wish I could get that excited about nothing. It's this spontaneous publicity that makes people. You would think you're listening, you know, when you're seeing this whole ESPN thing come down, one would think you're watching a comedy or something, right? You're just shaking your head. Now, I told you when you sent me the article, and when this came out, I said, you're going to see, they're going to wave this in front of everybody. It's going to be broadcast. You know, the new phone books are here. The new phone books are here. I'm somebody now. I just want to say that when ESPN explained themselves about how they came up with this ridiculous ranking for Justin Simmons, according to them, quote, okay, these are tabulations from sports writers, players, and coaches around the league, correct? Is that what they said? Okay, I hope I'm not boring you too much. But the thing is that I have a question. If I'm going to believe this ESPN bullshit, I need them to answer one question. If Justin Simmons' peers voted him #1, if that actually is true, why did these same peers not vote him into the Pro Bowl? Just a question. Just a question. When I see with my eyes, oh, they didn't do that, I don't believe the article. I also can't believe the article when we were hearing 8 interceptions and then, oh, well, it's 5. Also, I can't believe the article with these knockdown passes, breakups. When I look at every film except for Dallas, except for Detroit, except for the Jets, I didn't look into those. But when you played the Bengals, for instance, when you played any team in our division, except for that, they did get that breakup in Kansas City that they put in everybody's face. But that same game, they never show where he leaves his area and they score a touchdown. They omit that one. Okay, so like I said, I have yet, other than that Kansas City, to find where on earth did they come up with 21 breakups when this guy's in no man's land 95% of the time, 98% of the time, snagging maybe an errant pass from a Philadelphia quarterback, you know, a floater coming across the top. No baiting, no, I don't see him, you know, coming down, helping, you know, doing it all everybody else does. That's chopped liver out there. So I need that question answered is how come the peers didn't actually vote him but seem to have voted him for him in the sports write-up. This guy is the darling of sports writers. This is Denver Broncos Mile High View, or Hard Liquor Broncos on the BitChute channel. The #1 hated Broncos channel by Kool-Aid drinkers, Dove Valley prostitutes, and stenographers, but very well respected among real fans across the NFL. So you want to take a crack at this? The new phone books are here. The new phone books are here. I'm somebody now. Can you elaborate on this?
Well, I'm really getting sick and tired about talking about this guy. This guy sucks. I don't really like talking about Justin Simmons. I've done my research and I've done my film reviews. If you guys want to watch that, go to my BitChute channel, Colby's Film Sessions, or go to my YouTube channel, Colby's Film Sessions, because I'm getting sick and tired of talking about Justin Simmons, because this guy is one of the most overrated players in the National Football League, not just on the Broncos.
I think the history of the NFL. You know, I just have to say, I was talking about this with you this week off camera. I said everybody on YouTube gets this impression of you that you're stomping around the house. Oh, I stubbed my toe, Justin Simmons, hitting your elbow and saying, oh, Justin Simmons. They don't get to see the smiley, happy Colby that I get to see. They think that you just walk around the house, cursing Justin Simmons' name,
I mean, when his name gets brought up, yeah, I curse his name because he sucks. I don't need to watch the Jets or the Lions or the Cowboys or the Jaguars.
One play against the Kansas City Chiefs, one.
Yeah, and we had we had Locked On Broncos say Patrick Mahomes was raving about Justin Simmons on that play, but all he said was, good job, nice job. And then you have Travis.
No, he got into a giant paragraph. He worships the ground. He walks up.
Yeah, and then you had Travis Kelce and all of the good things he said. He's like, wow, he has good hands.
At least he has good hands. Oh God.
And that is called, praising the ground he walks on, not talking about, hey, he is very instinctual in his play. He's a good tackler. He reads plays out very instinctually. He doesn't do any of that. And me and you know that, and even the players around the National Football League, even his peers know that, because they didn't give him the nod for the Pro Bowl. So at the end of the day, I'm just getting really sick and tired of talking about this guy, because this guy absolutely sucks to high heaven.
Well, speaking about Justin Simmons sucking, so I just want to segue a little bit into this that goes into something else. Getting in discussion with Bengal fans, they get, what Jesse Bates brings to the table. But they're all upset about him wanting to have to pay anybody. It's not that they know he deserves the money. That's not the question. But this opened up a thing I want to talk about. And we'll talk about player development and everything else, but this is just kind of recent. It seems like everybody wants to pay these quarterbacks. I mean, it's across the league. Okay? Quarterback. You do know that people deserve to get paid. So I said to you when this article came out, I said, Jesse Bates needs to take his agent, sit down with the Bengals and say, wait a minute. Are you going to sit there and tell me, a guy who all I did was make plays all year long that counted, that got your organization into the playoffs? Then what I did is I made plays in the playoffs multiple times against Mahomes, not just one time. When it can, I actually help over the top. You don't need to try to search video and where am I? What I bring to the table. The only thing I did is I took a team as a safety, my part. I did my part to help a team into the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl. That's all I did. And I'm chopped liver. You're going to say that this guy who can't hold my jockstrap is the number one safe? Are you fucking out of your mind? Are you taking this shit serious? The guy really does have a point. You know, I don't have to sit here and try to wonder where the hell he is when he's just, it's popping everywhere. You know, him making plays that get his team to the playoffs, into the Super Bowl. You know, yes, I would love to have him on this team, but this opened up a bigger question. The NFL is basically killing the goose that lays the golden eggs, in my opinion. Paying all these quarterbacks. Everybody, we got to pay the quarterback. We got to pay the quarterback. We got to pay the quarterback. Now, when other players need to get paid in order to make put a whole entire football team. Oh man, no, I don't know. I don't know if we can pay you. Oh my God. People are so quarterback obsessed that they don't see the full picture. You got to pay people. And if you tie all your $500 million on a quarterback, you really think you're gonna have success down the road with subpar players or players that don't really deserve the money? In Denver, though, you got players that don't deserve the money getting the money. That's it's like double jeopardy. So what's this question about overpaying the quarterback position and letting all really good players just let them walk? What's your take on that?
Well, my take on the whole Jesse Bates situation, because I'm a big fan of Jesse Bates. You got me looking into Jesse Bates before I even, looked into him. I was a bigger fan of Derwin James and Mika Fitzpatrick for the past 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years to be exact. So, that being said, but Jesse Bates deserves all the money he's going to get. This guy is the best pure safety in the National Football League, head and shoulders above everyone's, ground that we have to, praise him on, Justin, Tony Lily Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jesse Bates makes plays when it counts. I did film review on that too. I did film review on the difference between Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates. And oh my God. And also, you know what? There's one little tidbit you forgot to mention. In that video, I had a commenter say, just show me highlight reels. In that video exactly, I had commenters saying, show me highlight reels. That is the day and age we live in, too. They don't want to look at the film. They don't want to do the cold, hard facts. They don't want to do the hard stuff, which is looking at the film. They don't want to look at the differences between what a good safety looks like and what a shitty safety looks like in Justin, Tony, Willie Simmons.
Now, why do we look at film? We look at film because we can justify, did he really get these breakups? Well, in this case, with the safety, in this case. Did he really get those breakups? Okay, let's take a look at those interceptions. Let's play the film and see what. Oh, I see. Most of them are just, this guy's out in the pasture. We were wondering, why are you out here? And an errant throw with anybody else, because they're engaging, they're helping over the top, they're doing what they're supposed to do. It would just be an incomplete pass that just was an errant throw. But no, because we got a guy out there, oh, thank God, not doing his job, just out there, chewing on the grass like a cow. Moo, yeah, oh, I got one. Look at this. Didn't bait anybody. It wasn't running beside. Didn't come to help over the top. I'm like I said. Sorry to interrupt you. I showed a play where Jamal Adams comes down here, knocks one guy on his ass, and then makes a play. Justin Simmons could never, ever do that in his – he can't. He doesn't have the physical tools to do what Jamal Adams does. He cannot do that, and he's afraid to do it because he wants to go hide. And John Elway is so obsessed of paying his players all this money, and I have a feeling they're going to play Draymond Jones. So we can get in that in another video. But I'm just saying, paying these players that make absolutely no sense, paying bad player personnel is going to hamper you a lot, or to the same degree as if you're paying a quarterback. Now I'll get into your quarterback question. Fans and people that don't understand football are so obsessed with the quarterback because that's all they know. I've heard for 6 to 7 years that the Broncos are a quarterback away from going to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. You said that about Teddy Bridgewater. You said that about Drew Lock. You said that about Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Case Keenum, Joe Flacco.
you said that about all these quarterbacks that came through Denver, and then you go behind Sports Authority Field or whatever it's called now, the Mile High Stadium. You go behind there, Dove Valley, and there's a graveyard full of quarterbacks, and the guy who's the emperor with no clothes is up there, twiddling his fingers because he wants Russell Wilson to give him 9 wins.
Give me 9, Russ. You gotta give me 9, Russ.
Yeah.
So let me bring something up. You really, Cody. Sorry, Cody. Colby here hates me. He does. Off camera, he doesn't like me very much. He makes me listen to these other platforms. Now, one thing he had me listen to was a guy on a platform calling out Seattle because they can't. They're so toxic. They got to go and spread their toxicity across the NFL. So they're trolling Seattle Seahawks fans. This, I call him a prostitute. This guy in the media is calling out Seattle Seahawks fans for drumming Russell Wilson out of town. Being down on him, drumming out of town. Well, okay, that would be fair, I think, for anybody else to say, but I call it the ultimate throwing stones from your glass house moment. When you personally have drummed out, was it now 12 quarterbacks or 11 quarterbacks?
10 to 12. Let's 10 to 12, just to be realistic.
Yeah, you are the person who one of the people out there drumming out after, of course, you promoted them, just like you're doing Russell Wilson. Wanted them all drummed out. You got a lot of gall to go with your toxicity outside the Broncos sphere and start trolling other fans when you yourself drummed out 10 different quarterbacks. Well, they suck. Well, you didn't say they suck. You said they were wonderful. That's what you said. Oh, no, play the tape. Read the write-ups. Yeah, you did.
And this is disingenuous is because they always contradict what they say. And then you have, okay, well, let's stick with that same platform. And I do not hate you off camera. It's literal sense here. I just make him suffer through this bullshit that I have to suffer through. I know. I'm gonna take his advice. I'm gonna kind of just start gearing away and do my film, but that's off camera stuff. But anyway, the partner that he's his butt buddy was also saying that no one throws towards Justin Simmons' way. I mean, what? Are you watching 20-second film or are you watching film against the Lions? I mean, this is a bunch of horse shit that you say that, teams are throwing away from Justin Simmons.
I'll make you a bet.
Online platform that spews out that bullshit, and then you say for the 4th year in a row, let's stick with the same unit. For the 4th year in a row, you're going to tell me that Draymond Jones had his breakout year this past season when the film says he sucked to high heaven, and he got most of those stats against the Lions. It's every year we play the Lions, and he has a good game because the Lions are
that particular year that they played the Lions. What was that? Where they had the 12 players out, or was that the year before?
That was close till halftime.
It was still close to halftime. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it was still close to halftime. Yeah.
Don't want to mention that. You guys don't want to mention that, but now you want to fucking go to the Seattle fan base, Seattle boards, and say, "Well, you guys drummed out Russell Wilson." Wait, timeout. Who was it that said, and I quote, that this is going to be a 3-year project for Drew Lock?
They all did.
They all did. And
that was the justification.
And you did it again. You did your typical fucking bullshit.
That was their justification for the draft. I was the one, as always, against the Kool-Aid, the whole Kool-Aid crap, saying you can't draft this guy, you can't draft this guy, don't draft this guy, don't draft this guy, because you will never, ever dedicate 3 years to this guy.
And this goes to player development. I think this can go into our player development point.
Yes, exactly. I want to get into the swinging for the fences versus development mindset. You know, if you want the blueprint of how to ruin an organization, everybody go check out, all you owners, go check out John Elway. Band-Aids, bad signings, ego signings like, oh, my players, while former Bronco players say they want to walk. They want to get out of here because good players, we don't care about you. It's all Elway's players. Von Miller, by the way, just recently said, well, I don't want nothing to do with those people. He also, I'm going to go off a little off to the side here. He didn't want anything to do with your sports talk radio either. He's fed up with the bullshit going on here. You know, so we have good company. You know, everybody outside this bubble, this mile-high bubble that Elway created, gets it. But the blinders, the earmuffs, just like I changed on this, I got the horse with the Bronco with the blinders on. I changed my little grip. You have to be a monument to that until we get rid of it. Swinging for the fences. So, are you going to sign Russell Wilson? This goes to the Jesse Bates thing, believe it or not. Are you going to sign Russell Wilson $250 million when you don't even have the player personnel, and then pay Draymond Jones to suck like you did your safety? Oh, and by the way, go ahead and spend all your energy in paying ESPN, paying PFF, just like the Jags do, because they, obviously all the bad teams that seem to have the best players. It's funny how that when you look at the ratings, all these playoff contending teams have their safeties all suck for whatever. I don't know how you justify that, but the stats say Wano, yeah, eight interceptions, right? Got it. And I feel so much better that ESPN wrote that article. I'm so relieved. Thank God. Thank you, ESPN. Now that just, my lying eyes, I didn't watch every single game. Every single game, went and did film on every single game, and it was like, where is this guy? Oh yeah, fuck you, Surtain. I'm not going to help you out. Fuck you, linebackers. I'm not going to help you out. I'm just going to do my thing. Or I'll yell at you for getting my guy or not getting my guy that I'm assigned to. That's on video too. I'll go yell at the coach. I mean, you really think this team's going somewhere, huh? Okay. Oh, and I want to say something too, is that I'll make a bet. I'll make a bet with those other channels, all singing the same song. I will make you a bet that not only is Justin Simmons going to be thrown on in his areas, just like last year, it's probably going to get cranked up. And I'm going to show every single ounce of film of that. Because somebody's going to have to hold this team accountable. I do not see this defense doing what the usual Kool-Aid drinkers, every year the promise is being made. It just isn't logical. We even have Bronco fans with Clue coming on here and saying, yeah, it doesn't look good. But you can go ahead and cheer for bad play. You can go ahead and cheer for muddling in the middle. You can go ahead and cheer for, maybe a catastrophic collapse. Just cheer it on. It'll just, don't worry, give us another year. Gotta give me 9, Russ. They're causing such a fuss, Russ. Yeah, just give me that, and we'll have that parade right downtown. 9-win parade. We'll call it the next step. So, yeah. I'm sure Roger Goodell's been notified, Gotta give me 9, Roger. Go, give me that 9. Give me some home cooking.
Well, I think I put a big microscope on Justin Simmons. You don't think that
whether intended or not intended? Yeah.
Yeah, that too. But you don't think that, for instance, you don't think Mika Fitzpatrick or Jesse Bates watch my video and they're like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like this guy sucks." They'll vent. Who knows? Who knows that if they watch my stuff? I have to say this too. When it comes to player development, I do not see this organization I don't see Russell Wilson. I think this is a 2-year thing. I think this coaching staff's a 2-year thing. I think this quarterback's a 2-year thing. I really do believe this is a 2-year sell the turd bullshit. I really do. I really do. Because everything is lining up just the way we said it was going to be. Just this defense is going to be so suspect in so many ways that it's going to be way worse than last year. The people that are saying this is going to be a top 10 defense, oh my God, you guys are smoking that Rocky Mountain weed. You guys are smoking that Rocky Mountain.
Got some Kool-Aid for you.
Yeah. Do you understand what player development is, ladies and gentlemen? Do you understand? If you want to look at an organization that doesn't know what player development is, look at John Elway's model of the Denver Broncos
Swinging
organization.
for the fences, Band-Aids, bad signings,
yeah.
mismatching different types of players and coaches.
Yeah. Let's continue to go through coaches. Let's continue to go through quarterbacks. Let's pay Juwan James. Let's pay Donald Stevenson, Malik Watson.
Justin Simmons.
Let's go trade for Jarrell Casey when even the Titans message boards were saying that he was past his prime and he's washed up. But John Elway in all of his glory, let's go get a guy named Jarrell Casey because he's a name.
He's a name.
And now we're going to pay Draymond Jones $13 to $20 million fucking dollars a year.
I see a name. Arr.
Just because we're going to pay Draymond Jones $13 million, $20 million a year because he had a good game against the Detroit Lions, but he can't do shit against the Chiefs, the Raiders, or the fucking Chargers. And that is just going to be another example of why this team's a fucking joke and why I have to hear from these 8 other platforms that all these great players that Denver Broncos have around. The surrounding cast of Russell Wilson is better than he had in Seattle. Okay.
Here's the thing that got me. And again, this is why I can't listen to this shit. They want to get into contracts. Just we want to like signing bad players or players that don't fit this system. However that shakes out. That somehow we saved money. How about you actually get players that can play? How about just doing that? That match the system. Well, we don't really know what system. Well, this time we're doing this. Last year was that. The other year it was this. It's just you got to just shake your head. What does it take for people to really get a clue?
It will never take because. Here's the deal. Me and you've said this off air, and this goes to the entire world. This isn't just Denver Broncos related. People are mindless sheep. They follow bullshit and they believe it sells, and they'll run to the hills with it. They'll run off a cliff for these people.
They'll run naked to the finish.
If Mile High Bubble told you to run off a cliff and Lockdown Broncos told you to run off a cliff, would you do that?
Well, let's give an example of that. That seems to be, it's outrageous. Well, listen to this, but nobody wanted Gregory. Nobody said anything about Gregory. As soon as he was signed, that's who I'm supposed to be cheering for now. Okay, Gregory, yeah, okay. I got the talking point. Okay, thank you. I don't have a mind of my own, but thank you for telling me who to like now. It's bad. It is bad.
You give that move an A+ when he's a 4.3 defensive end as a 5-tech.
A++.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys looking at? You guys have to be. Yeah, you guys are smoking that weed. You are drinking that Kool-Aid that John Elway is sending down to his sports writers, his prostitutes in Denver. This team is nowhere close to a Super Bowl. And when the chickens come home to roost, just like last year, the year before that, I'm just going to say.
I know. Remember, we were told all those off seasons we didn't know what we were talking about.
This season is going to be a lot worse because they have 5 to 6 primetime games, and it's not just going to be you and I that are going to be like holding this team accountable. There's going to be other fans from other teams that are going to come on your guys' fucking platforms and just roast it. And I'm going to have no sympathy for you people because you brought this upon yourself. You guys follow the bullshit. We've told you for 5 to 6 years, 6 to 7 years, that this team needs to get a real owner, real proper ownership from the top down, start building this thing the right way. No one wants to look at my offensive lineman or, all that shit because they don't want to look at that shit because it's a position that it's just good enough, right? Right? Billy Turner, Lloyd Cushenberry, Graham Glasgow, those are good enough. Garrett Bowles, oh my God, yes. Yes. Those are good enough players. We're top 5 unit on the offensive
Oh, I
line.
would say top 5. I think when we're talking here, we're going to talk top 5. Everything's top 5. Everything's top 5. So, that's why, people are like, what? These two, they're not going with the script? What? See, here's the thing. Me and you have already came to the conclusion that long ago, that when this team becomes like the Avalanche in real, not fantasy, but in real, that the landscape is going to be so much different. I don't believe there's going to be a Russell Wilson here, and this is not a slight on Russell Wilson, so don't go there. There's not going to be definitely no John Elway. That riffraff is all this riffraff's going to be out the door. It's going to look completely different than anything that you see now. There's going to be no payouts to sports talk, 8 platforms, ESPN, PFF, no payouts. We'll be like all the good teams, and our players are just, chopped liver, but yet we get to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, regardless. For some miraculous reason, our players aren't rated,
Well, okay, so you want to talk about ratings. Let's take a couple steps back. And when we paid Justin Simmons that 4 years, $61 million, PFF had him rated, what was it, like 60 something? 2019 was his best year going to 2020. It was a 60 something when you paid the man.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, we played. We wanted to hear the excuse. They admitted, the ESPN's, the sports writers, watched the video, read the articles. They admitted, well, statistically, and if you look at film, I didn't really deserve it. But don't pay attention to that. So they did a tap dance, man. I mean, it was a hell of a tap dance.
Just like the Kool-Aid drinkers are tap dancing. Well, he's not top 5, but he's not the worst. Make up your
He's
fucking
good enough, right? He's good enough.
Yeah, he's good enough.
We don't want to need a Chris Jones.
So 4 years, $61 million allocated to one player because he sucks.
Yeah, well, he's John Elway. What did the former Broncos say? What's going on in Dove Valley now? By the way, this is the worst the Broncos have been since the AFL days, and you mothers just cheer it on. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now that Justin Simmons has been a part of that. He's been a part of that. And when this thing goes down the tube, I'm not holding back at all. There's going to be need to be accountability. That's why they're listening. What's going on? You got a distraction?
Go ahead.
That's why they're listening, because we're the only people out there putting out the narrative of accountability. Gotta give me 9, Russ. Those 2 are causing such a fuss, Russ. Gotta shut them up, Russ.
And that's another thing, too, you're talking about. This goes into player development. People didn't like the Patriots take that guy out of Chattanooga, that offensive lineman, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason why the New England Patriots took him, because they understand offensive line development. And I've done a few offensive linemen already, 2023 prospects, and you guys just don't get it, do you? You guys just don't.
They won't. They're not going to get it until I said. This house of cards yet again collapses. Yet again, it's going to come to a point where Walt's going to say, I got to move on. It's time to move on. And what did I say? What would probably happen? Russell Wilson will end up getting the blame, because this is how I look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, I feel sorry for the guy, because I feel that he somehow got transported onto the Titanic. The ass end of the ship is up in the air. And Admiral Elway pats Wilson on the back, says, "Hey, you're the captain now. Let's ride." And as this thing is, Hey, you were what you were supposed. We gave you everything. We gave you. Yeah, you gave me a ship that's on its way to the bottom of the sea. But you saw our musicians, sports writers, play. They played great music on the deck there. Whoa. He's going to get blamed. Admiral Elway is going to slink out the back door. I gave him everything. That's how I see it. Because this, again, I just don't see how it's. You like last year, your writing didn't change reality. You're not playing the game. Justin Simmons out there in the pasture, Draymond Jones, ooh. And then this is what I see. They think you walk around the house stubbing your toe, yelling Justin's. What I see from the Kool-Aid drinkers, when this season gets really deep, I see them, and maybe even the first week even, I see them ripping their plasma screens right off their wall.
Yeah, you think I'm bad. Just wait till week 1.
I know. It may not be as easy as you think. It may not be as easy as you think.
You don't think Noah Fant's licking his chops against the middle of this defense?
Sounded like it. You sent me an article. It sounds like it, that they're going to start actually using him the right way.
Unlike the Denver Broncos, and that's player development.
Pat Shermer.
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks get it. The Seattle Seahawks understand player development. You might not like their moves, and I told you they weren't going to get Baker Mayfield. I was right on that. I said they weren't going to get Jimmy Garoppolo. I was right on that. I said they weren't going to get Deshaun Watson. I was right on that. Ladies and gentlemen, they're doing it the right way. That's the way you are. And Denver Bronco fans, you're going to have to go through that eventually. What the Seahawks are doing, you're going to have.
I got something to say to Cincinnati fans. You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay people.
Oh, you better pay Jesse Bates.
Yeah, and they love him. Believe me, they get it. They get what he brings to the table. They do get it. If they have a brain in their head, they definitely wouldn't take Simmons over him.
Oh, please, no.
But this is a trend, I think, that's going on with we'll give Burrows all, go. You got to give him money. Got to give it. Well, any of these players. Now receivers are asking for money. Now you got into that because of quarterbacks. You got into that. But offensive line, oh no. Linebacker, no. Safeties, no. Corners, maybe. No.
Line, no.
Yeah, no. Running back, no. Well, unless you're Gordon, of course. Fumbleitis Gordon. John Elway. My pick. Pat Bowlen isn't here to hold a leash on me. Yeah, no, I know. Now you got a new owner, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes down the road. I'm with you. It's probably a 2-year deal.
I agree.
And if I was Russ, I would hold off on that money. I mean, you can get it anywhere. You just,
Here's he goes to the Giants or something like that. They're building their team around the quarterback, Daniel Jones. Guarantee you, Daniel Jones, he has 1 to 2 years left on that rookie contract, whatever it is, and then you can go get your Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and you've got your player personnel. And not only that, you can actually bring in other players, too, because you got the cap space.
Yeah, imagine that.
The only thing the Giants did screw up is the
Denver Broncos were set up to do this perfectly. They had the cap space. They had the draft capital. They could have moved off with certain players, but no, you decided just to continue that fucking horse shit with let's go put the cart in front of the horse and Russell Wilson.
It's the swinging for the fences. Yeah.
That needs to go.
Yeah, you got to develop. But I was going to say the Giants' flaw, I think they paid out on receivers a bit more than.
Yeah, but that was before this new era. That was before the.
But it's true. They could probably cut that fat too.
Cut that off too. The Bills GM gets it. They brought in the Bills organizational model, the Bills, culture. They're bringing that to New York. They're gonna.
I know.
They get it.
I know. They said we're not going to pull a John Elway. We're gonna build it. We're gonna build it.
Yeah, we're going to go after Evan Neal, my best prospect in this draft. Imagine that, right? Imagine fucking that.
And we're not here swinging at fences. We're here to do it right.
Yeah, that's why.
So time will definitely tell that next couple of years. So,
Yep.
But yeah, I would say that I would put a bet there.
Yep.
Philadelphia seems to be doing it right too, but I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So you just got to shake your head. You know, I'm sure this mini camp's going to come up, and you'll think it was the playoffs. You're going to think it was the playoffs. How many touchdowns is Dulcich going to get in this? I'm sure by week 1 he'll be wearing a gold jacket, right?
Yeah, I think Justin Simmons is going to look like an all-pro safety out there. I think.
Yeah. Even though the film shows him getting burned.
Oh, when the highlights come out of OTAs, he's going to beat over the top consistently. So
I know.
Wilson, this is his MVP year. Yeah, against the Broncos defense.
Yeah. If you could play the Broncos defense every single time for 17 weeks,
just ask Patrick Mahomes. He's 9-0 against us. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, it was a great play. Oh, he just wrote a paragraph about how great Justin Simmons was.
All right. Thank you for lying again, Lockdown Broncos.
Yeah. Yes, you can't make this shit up.
Hands. He has nice hands. He has those hands.
But at least he said, no, you got it wrong. You already got it wrong. He said at least. Well, at least he's got nice.
Wow.
At least he's got nice hands.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Run with it.
That's a ringing endorsement for the best safety in the league, right?
Yeah. Who didn't get voted in by his peers to the Pro Bowl? So
imagine that.
I don't get it. But the guy that wants him to get paid now, he was like the top guy. I don't know why. I guess just the only thing he did was help take his team to the playoffs into the Super Bowl. But he's chopped liver.
He doesn't command a good press conference like Justin Simmons. So
no. The NFL definitely owes Justin, all the accolades in the world.
So
all the accolades in the world that they owe him.
Ryan Dawkins. So
yeah. Well, we bitched and moaned. We're just trying to wait this shit out. So what else do you have?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we'll cut this one short because I have got to do so much shit. You know how much how much time I get to my other jobs outside my job.
Yeah, we don't get paid for this, just FYI.
Yeah, we don't want to get paid for this. And that's just it. Here's the thing. Let's say they got rid of the riffraff that at Dove Valley, the administrative riffraff. Got rid of these sucky players, and let's say the new ownership said, "Look at you two. Why don't you come and we can't. We have to be objective. If you guys make good moves, you'll shut us up." And it's just like this. Again, if the Broncos, Justin Simmons, maybe if this motivates him to actually do his job, for real, and he does a good job, hey, great. We're happy. If Draymond Jones reinvents himself, comes out of a cocoon, a butterfly, and it looks like Chris Jones, yay, man. You ain't gonna get complaint. If Dulcich looks like Kelsey, if the offensive line actually looks like a playoff, and defensive lines, the front seven, they all look like playoff contenders, yeah, and not the playoff or the season pretenders they are.
I mean, how grueling did you have to talk about that? I mean, how realistic is that?
It's not. There's always hope. Yeah, pigs. Pigs could fly out of their assholes.
Get that
hope. All those Kool-Aid drinkers. Yeah. But pigs could. They could. It's possible pigs could fly out of their asshole.
Oh my God.
It's possible. Yeah. Here we
Okay.
are again. You guys don't know anything. Yeah, I know. Just like you said, for the last 6 years, we didn't know anything. Yeah. And we have we got that track record. Oh yeah, where are you guys? It's the season. Where'd they go? Where'd they all go?
They
We're
win.
in the season. Where'd they go?
They went mid. That's why our subscriptions are going up, and they won the season.
I know.
It's gonna happen.
I know. Again, I know. Hey, Roger. Yeah, this is John. There. All right. You gotta help me out. I need some home cooking. I gotta get 9.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we're gonna have a big parade here in Denver. 9-win parade. Next step. Okay, we're gonna car tip. We're gonna set things on fire. We're gonna stack chairs in McGregor squares. Stack chairs. 9 wins, baby. 9. Yeah, 9.
The
We're
next.
gonna call it the Jeff Fisher Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The 9-win Super Bowl. Wow, I'm so impressed by this team. This team sucks.
I actually would be impressed. I'd say, man, miracles do happen if they get 9. I'd say miracles do happen.
Yeah.
Pigs could fly out of their asshole. You do know that.
Great. Just what I need in my life.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you.
All right.
Out.
Yeah. Bye.